Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Poison TV. I am Elmo. Alongside me, we have Squishy. Good evening.
Hello.
How's it going?
Not bad. We don't really have much time for a preamble, do we? Because we're about to get started with the first game of this evening, aren't we?
Absolutely. Yeah, we had some downtime, unfortunately, because we were having some bad luck with finding games. But now, finally, we are in the first one of the evening. It's already round of 32. So we kind of missed the first stage of the tournament, but we will have a lot more games after that. So we should be still fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're already in there. So the game is on Polar Night, one of the newer maps, and the first player we will be introducing you this evening, playing for a fine team indeed, Poison Hearts, it is Winter.
Indeed, and in the opposing corner we are looking at the red Protoss player. I looked up the clan's name, but I already forgot it. I
forgive you,
sometimes say
Elmo,
my
it's
mind.
okay.
It is KSGG's Jaya, aka Jade.
Awesome. Don't know a lot about Jade. I don't think I've casted him before.
He actually is a former member of Team Poison Hearts as well. Which makes for kinda some interesting playstyle right here. Because actually both players know each other fairly well.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't met as of recently, just because Jade obviously left Poison Hearts.
Yes.
But still, they know their general playstyles. So it should be kinda interesting here. The thing about Winter is he likes his links a lot.
Yes, he does.
I think he's actually the Zerg player that just likes his links the most. Trash talking.
He's right after the Startel Life School of Zerg play, isn't he? I mean, he just loves his links. I wonder, was Jade on the A team for Poison Hearts? Or was he B team?
I think he was B team.
Okay, so maybe he's just kind of got used to Winter poning him repeatedly, and now he's ready to take some vengeance. He could be looking to get a little bit of a, post-clan one-upmanship kind of a thing going on here. If we just talk about momentarily what both of these guys are doing, Winter's gone for a hatchery first, which is bold, but not too bold. I mean, you can get away with it definitely, especially against gateway play of the kind that we're seeing coming out here from Jade. And yeah, so Jade's actually gone for a wall off at his main ramp, which I love, along with having gotten a single extractor as well. And I would expect to see a Cybercore followed up by a Nexus. Would you agree with me there?
Yeah. Absolutely, that Cybercore is going to go down here, creating that kind of wall off that only has now one spot left for links to slip by.
Just a little hex.
Yeah, absolutely. So he will be creating somewhat of a secondary wall off right there, because I'm sure he will also look at that.
Did you just
wall off
that
the
as
natural?
well?
But that is some interesting style there. I call cat style here.
Yeah, the cat's against Terran style. I didn't know he did this against Protoss as well.
It works just fine against Protoss as well. And look at the Overlord dance.
Winter having a bit of fun there. So he does go for the offensive hatchery block at the natural of his opponent, anticipating an early expansion play. And this is actually surprisingly viable. I know it's very good against Terrans that go for a CT first on the high ground. And apparently, it's also quite good against Protoss as well. Now, whether he cancels this hatchery before it completes, or whether he lets it complete and tries to squeeze a queen out, I don't think he's going to be able to do that, because this Zealot has been working on it for quite a while. But,
yeah, absolutely. The hatchery is already getting down pretty low here, so I would expect him to cancel it, just because it would make no sense whatsoever if he let it finish.
Yeah, unfortunately that Zerg drone's life is forfeit, as that Stalker is going to be able to chase it down. But no, he lets it finish. Wow, choosing to let the creep spread out and take its time to recede as well. So that's quite the interesting decision there.
I'm not sure if I agree with that. I mean, of course, the hatchery will, the Nexus will be delayed by somewhat longer, just because you have that additional creep spread. But actually investing 300 minerals for that, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Elmo. And Winter's actually made a pair of Zerglings at the natural with that lava as well. And he's forced Jade to actually wall himself in. Now, Jade does have a few units. He's got a Zealot and a Stalker that are going to be able to come back and bat this away. But what's interesting out of Jade is that he's actually thrown down 3 gateways and is following this up with a 4 gate. I think it's kind of maybe a little bit predictable, but we'll have to see, because it's still going to take some holding off from Winter to be able to bat this away, because he doesn't have a lot going on in his base at the moment.
Absolutely, but if he's lucky, he will eventually see the proxy pawn here. No, he will not, and also I was about to say he's going to lag out of the game. But no, he recovers himself. There we go. First couple of units are now pushing across the map as well as the mothership core. Let's see if Winter maybe is catching a glimpse of that now. There we go. He sees the pylon now. So he should know that there is something heading towards him right now. Immediately started here in the production. And that proxy pylon is going to go down.
It will indeed, and speed is quite close to completion as well, so these Stalkers will really going to lose their effectiveness momentarily. They need to be careful not to get surrounded by these Lings as well. There are 4 Stalkers up there fighting off some Lings. 1 Stalker at the back here is getting chased down. On the Ling speed is about to finish as well, although they do clean up the rest of them. There are still plenty more Lings coming out, and speed has finished as well, so that's going to put a timer on how effective these Stalkers can be before there are Zealots to tank for them. In fact, there's only 1 Zealot getting walked in from Jade here, so he really needs to make something work here. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be able to get much more done with these Stalkers, as the Lings do come in and get a good surround, but are there just barely too many? I think, yeah, just barely. Wow, those Lings end up getting cleaned up. Just 1 Stalker survived, but that's all it took. We have more Lings coming out now, working on these proxy pylons too, trying to stem the tide of Protoss, but there's so much approaching. And Elmo, I don't know if he's going to be able to hold this off.
I'm not sure either, but there's more and more Lings in production. Also, we now see a couple of spine crawlers going down. Jade is maneuvering himself into a very, very nice position in that kind of thingamajig. Anyways, now he's going to push forward. Spinecrawler is not finished just yet. There's only 1 creep to assist that, and also only a couple of Lings, and that is a lot of cells. Here we go. Time up is going to be thrown down, but the Lings just get completely obliterated. I think Winter has to evacuate his natural base there. It is not looking good for him. Can he hold it though?
Massive counterattack going on at the natural of Jade as well. These Lings didn't do a great deal, but they did try and poke up the front, and they forced a warp in, but I don't think that's enough. There's too much Protoss here at the natural of Winter, and I think Jade looks in store to take his first game here for this evening.
He's definitely in a very nice position, but here comes the Lings that were attacking at the front just a couple of moments ago. And I think with their support, he should be able to push that back. Of course, the Mothership Core eventually will survive and is still going to be able to do at least some pressure without those creeps actually. But the main push has been held. Let's see how many workers have been killed so far. Not too many. We only see 6 workers killed. But looking at the overall count, we now see 27 probes to 17 drones, which is a very, very comfortable position for Jade to be in.
Absolutely, it is quite the comfortable position, and it doesn't look like Jade's in any mind of backing off. He's still continuing to warp in Zealots every now and then. Does maybe need to back up to one of his further away warping pylons rather than just warping in Zealots one at a time, and he does in fact lose his Mothership Core as well. Good target firing from that Queen there, and these Lings are going to clean up this proxy pylon, and I think with that tying up the supplies too, this is going to bring the game to a relatively more even standpoint. And actually, even though you did say that Red Jade does have the supply lead, did have the drone lead, yeah, well, there we go. Actually, there's the GG, and Winter takes it. Wow, that was quite unexpected.
Yeah.